My people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Patala FC. We are within, yo. Shout out for tuning in, guys. During international break, your boy feels a lot more energized. You know, it's difficult because your boy does both ends. I'll record, share my thoughts, and then your boy jumps straight into the editing. But I got a special segment for you guys because over the weekend, reports came out that Chelsea will sell between 7 to 8 players to fund the purchase of a striker. Now, we're not certain if we're going to get a prolific striker. We don't know if we're going to get a Victor Osimhen, another Victor in Victor Gyökeres. Not sure if we're going to gun for such players with such experience. We have a certain portfolio so far. We sign young players, players below 22 years old. If we're signing a 26, 27-year-old, it's 1 in 10, 1 in 20 on average. So how do we break it down, guys? I've got a tier list. I'm going to say arrivals, which most of us are aware of. I have a second one. I'm going to name it unproven and upcoming, or upcoming and unproven. And the last one, goodbyes. Possible goodbyes. Not certain goodbyes, but the way Chelsea are moving, Maresca better be prepared for another rebuild. You know, I can only imagine being Maresca in the situation at Chelsea. He agreed to the terms, I'm sure. He agreed to, let's be honest, he agreed to being a yes man. Others would say a puppet, unfortunately. But he has to work with it as long as he remains in this position. And we've given him a long-term contract. I think Maresca's only going into his second year of a 4-year contract, I believe. So let's break it down, guys. Let's jump straight into it. It's going to take some time. Get cozy, guys. Shout out for tuning in again. Let's start with the arrivals. The obvious ones, the ones that we're all excited about. Esteval Willian first. I think we start there. From Palmeiras, young, about to turn 18. Record-breaking player. And we're all excited. Will he be a right wing? Will he makeshift in the cam role alongside Palmer? We'll see when we get there. Kendry Paez, who's already in London. He's working with the staff. Let's hope he's a bright spark. I don't want him to go on loan. I want to see Kendry Paez. Funny enough, he comes from Independiente del Valle, if that's the full name of the team. That's where Brighton scouted Moise Caicedo, Ecuadorian club. And that's where we've gotten Kendry Paez. He's the star boy there, or he was, and now he's a player for Chelsea. Another one, Andre Santos. He's going to arrive. Fabrizio's reporting that Santos will be a Chelsea player, and it's certain next season. I want to be convinced. I want to be happy because Santos is tearing it up in League One. He's cooking, man. The goal he scored over the weekend was amazing. And I really want to see Santos in our midfield 3 next season. Definitely so. So we count Santos as an arrival at Chelsea. He's already our player. He's been on loan at Strasbourg. Another one is Petrovic, of course, another arrival. But then again, Petrovic has already played for Chelsea in senior games, in professional games under Poch. So I'm not going to count him as a new arrival. But so maybe let's not add him on the tier list. But also, let's keep Petrovic in mind because he could save our lives in this goalkeeper scandal. The headaches in the goal, I don't like it, guys. We move. Mamadou Sarr, who's also at Strasbourg, officially joining from our sister club next season. That's what reports are saying. We have some trauma with Malang Sarr, and now we have another Sarr that's also a defender. The irony is amazing, but we welcome Mamadou Sarr next season. And let's see, is he part of the team? Is he going on loan upon arrival? Maybe even back to Strasbourg? Who knows? It's going to be an interesting one, most definitely. We move. Dario Esugo signed this week from Sporting, but he's on loan at Las Palmas. I dropped a video. You guys can check that out if you are yet to check it out. He looks like he's a Moise Caicedo mode. You know, we need backup in that position. Romeo Lavia's injuries have been very concerning. So Esugo looks like a good acquisition. He's physical, good build. He can shoot from distance, and his interceptions look really clean. He looks like he's good at intercepting, reading the game also. Very good for a 21-year-old. Let's see how he does in England, though. That's the key question. Yes, Dena Evangelista, guys. At Corinthians, he's going to be a Chelsea player. I believe this is another 17-year-old. He's a left wing back. And I'm excited to see if Evangelista is in the plans or if he's another Caleb Wiley. Caleb Wiley. What happened to that player from Atlanta United? What happened? Where is he? Is he at Strasbourg? I don't even know. I think he's on loan in the Championship, if I'm correct. But it's hard to keep track of all these players, guys. Caleb Wiley's another left back. Chelsea. Chelsea are interesting. Dastan Satpayev. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I don't know much, but I know he's from Kazakhstan, I believe. He would be the first Kazakhstani player in the Premier League if he appeared for Chelsea in the league. Very young. I think he could be 16 actually. That's part of the business 11. We might have to build a business 11, players that are coming in to exit for profit, and I think Dastan Satpayev suits that profile. Unfortunately, some players, that's just how it's gonna be, guys. Then there's Giovanni Quenda. We spoke about him also in another video. Bright talent from Sporting, and he's doing well. Only 17 years of age. He was integrated by Ruben Amorim, Manchester United current manager, and I'm excited to see Quenda. He's not gonna join come the end of this season. He will join July 2026 because we've agreed to send him back to Sporting on loan even for next season. Interesting one. I think we've gone through all the arrivals, guys. Shall we jump? Upcoming and unproven. I added a few players from Coburn's Academy, 2 to be specific, that were promoted into the first team this season. Achiampong as well as Tyreek George. But I think we don't need to put them in terms of the tier list. They are upcoming. Definitely unproven, just from the standpoint of they need more minutes to master their game. Very young talents, but promising talents. I'm happy with them as players. And yeah, guys, also, if I miss anyone, be sure to let me know in the comments, guys. You know what it is. Another one, Mark Gill. Unfortunately, his season ended due to injury. At the time of his injury, he was top scorer in the Conference League. Imagine a young player, 18 years old, from La Masia. You know? When last did we buy a player from Barcelona's academy? Could be the first. And I'm happy that Gil is our player. I think he's a bright talent for the future. David Washington as well. I don't know where to place Washington. I think he should be in the goodbyes category. Yeah, no, we'll speak about Washington come the latter stages of this video. Matisse Amogu. Got a few minutes recently, but what's the plan with Amogu when you're also signing Esugo? What's the plan with Amogu? We signed him from Saint Etienne, from France. He's a CDM. Is he really going to get a chance at Chelsea? We don't know. We don't know. I'm so concerned. He's one of the players that raises major concern for me, guys. But that ends the unproven and upcoming. Not many players in that category. And now the longest one, guys. Buckle up. Where do we start with the goodbyes? One that's certain. He's at Chelsea right now in the main team. Christopher Nkunku, I don't see him at Chelsea next season. The man does not look happy. I think we should have let go in January when Bayern came and put in a bid, but it's almost like they didn't meet our valuation of Christopher Nkunku, and we kept him. But he's suffering at Chelsea. I mean, he's tried on the left wing in those positions, but I think it's a goodbye to Nkunku in advance. Next, Davide Datro Fofana. Man was called back from loan, called back and is injured, so he's not available. I think he would have been playing had he been fit, but I don't see him at Chelsea next season regardless, because like we said, we're selling men so we can make money to get a striker, and I think we're going to sell more than 8, guys. I don't see us ending at 7 or 8. This list, let's keep it going, guys. Leslie Ugochukwu on loan at Southampton. This one pains me, guys. Out of all the players I've mentioned, us not using Ugochukwu, not keeping him at Chelsea to develop his game, I think it doesn't make sense to me. Because Ugochukwu's never put a foot wrong. Not that he was the best. Even under Poch, he was okay. Preseason under Maresca, he was really bright. I think he scored 2 goals in preseason. We loaned him out and kept other players that were less proven at the time. Yes, we've let go of Cesare Casadei. He's now at Torino. But at the time, Ugochukwu was more promising than Casadei. Why didn't we keep Ugochukwu and loan out Casadei at that point? But maybe Casadei, because Maresca worked with him at Leicester, he was more convinced overall. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. Connie Chukwuemeka on loan at Dortmund. Men are playing Champions League football. Life is good. But Chukwuemeka, even before he left for Dortmund on loan, there were reports that were trying to sell him. So I don't see him returning to Chelsea at any point. But he's a bright player. We acquired him for a low fee from Villa at the time where Steven Gerrard was the manager of Aston Villa. But Conor Chukwuemeka probably will never play for Chelsea again. Most likely, if anything, 80% chance he won't return. Ben Chilwell, who we mistreated. We did him so badly before this loan to Crystal Palace, guys. Was Chilwell really so bad that he couldn't get even a single minute under Enzo Maresca? It's painful. It's painful for me. Maybe he got a few minutes. Maybe I'm missing a game. I think there was one game with flashback in my memories. Just a few minutes or one half. But Chilwell was played or was like tried out of position in preseason as a left wing. He was never really comfortable. And then you're unconvinced because a man is out of position. I didn't understand Maresca's treatment of Chilwell or the board's treatment of Chilwell. It's almost the way Poch treated Matson last season. It didn't make sense, bruv. But yes, guys, we move. Axel Disasi, another man who's playing Champions League football. But Disasi looked like he wanted to leave even from the beginning of this season when he became a makeshift player rather than a starter, which he was under Poch. And Disasi is a good player, guys. He's showing it at Villa in the big games even. He's showing up. He's solid. Even his passion has come out again. You know, he makes a tackle and he's celebrating it like it's a goal. We loved that about Disasi when we had him under Poch, and now he's at Villa. And may Villa literally just take him permanently because he deserves it, I believe. Yeah, you know, he fought to play for a team that's in the Champions League. He got his wish, and I'm happy for him. And may he move on with grace, you know? Renato Vega, another painful one, just like Ugo Chukwu, guys. Vega is a centre-back, but under Maresca, he was being deployed as a left-back, especially in the Conference League. He really just wanted to play his position. I think he still has an injury at Juventus, just a small injury to a tendon, I believe. But Vega, mistreated, guys. Acquired for only 14 million from Basel. I really felt he would stay at Chelsea for at least 3 years. But here we are, loaning him out already. That's crazy business from Chelsea. Highlights where we are, who we are. Honestly, and it pains me that we won't see Vega again, and that's my assumption, that's my conclusion at this point. Joao Felix. Now reports are that AC Milan have no interest in keeping our boy. Yeah, he shined for the first 2 games and then the slump was heavy. So Felix is likely to return to Chelsea after the loan, but I think Chelsea will try their hardest to sell Felix thereafter. And if you think about it, this man has failed to reach his potential ever since he left Benfica for a heavy fee to join Atletico Madrid. Now he's been at Chelsea twice, gonna be at Chelsea for the 3rd time, and will he be part of the team? I doubt it, guys. With the arrivals such as Estevao and Kendry Paez and Andre Santos that we're speaking of, no, Felix, I'm sorry, bruv, I'm sorry. And he's not clinical, that's the problem. Another one that's, now, before I speak on Dewsbury Hall and why I feel he'll leave, Dewsbury Hall arriving at Chelsea from Leicester City with the manager that managed him at Leicester City in their championship winning campaign. I really felt Dewsbury Hall would be a key player for us, guys. I really did. I thought he would be alongside Nkunku because Nkunku missed almost the entirety of last season. So I even made a video, and it's one of the most successful videos on the channel, to say that Nkunku and Dewsbury Hall will be inverting positions. You know, that they'll cause a major threat in the front line for Chelsea, but it was never meant to be. And Dewsbury Hall's just been a player that comes on now and then. Conference League games, one odd game in the Premier League, one odd game in the Cups. And it's unfortunate, but given that number of games, the number of minutes compared to last season under the same manager, I don't think Dewsbury Hall will be keen to remain at Chelsea to any extent. So I think we say goodbye to Dewsbury Hall, unfortunately. Most recent scorer of our goal in the Conference League. I was happy for him. That's relief for him as a player. But yeah, guys, almost at the end now. Almost at the end. Shout out if you're still here. Drop a like, guys. Confirm to me that you are with me in terms of how we feel, in terms of Chelsea and how we're moving. Chelsea. Benoit Badiashile. Long and short of it, I don't think he's ever been good enough to play at Chelsea. So Badiashile needs to be moved on. Monaco, in a lot of moments, I feel that Monaco swindled us, guys. So Badiashile, I don't think he's ever going to be up to speed. He had an okay game against Arsenal in the second half mostly. And he's been having good second halves. Even against Copenhagen, second leg, good second half. But in terms of his quality as a player overall, I don't think he's good enough. And there's Anselmino that's already at Chelsea. That's why I didn't put him as an arrival, because he's already arrived alongside. Well, maybe we should put him as an arrival. So if we have Anselmino, who looks good, I think Anselmino's potential is higher than Benoit Badiashil's, funny enough. South American player. I trust Anselmino more. So Benoit, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Goodbye, though. And then the last but not least, a goalkeeper. This might be wishful thinking, but I really want to say goodbye to Robert Sanchez, guys. May Petrovic arrive and may Sanchez be sold. I think Maresca is just trying to survive the season with Sanchez. He might say a lot of things. He has to instill confidence in his players. So he's going to say that Sanchez is our number one. He installs him as number one after giving Jorgensen a bit of a run. But Sanchez is not good enough to play for Chelsea, guys. The mistakes are immense. He has so many errors. But yeah, guys, that's the tier list. I think we've come to the end. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I've enjoyed this one. I've enjoyed breaking it down. So in terms of those good bads, can we count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 departures potentially. Could be more, but I doubt it will be less than 12 if we're allowed to. That's crazy. So selling 7 to 8 players to acquire a striker? Funny. Maybe sell 13 to get one player. We might as well buy Lamine Yamal. I want him. Let's get it, y'all.